the trouble of having they double vision corrected, they just neglected it. I've been thinking lately, will the devil take me or will God protect me? I know I ain't perfect. Let me turn that off. We ain't trying to get kicked off the internet right now. Right now, it's your boy, Me Uncle Jackson. Listen, this is Me Uncle Jackson Productions presents. This is Lunchtime TV, brought to you by the Me Uncle Jackson Show and the Starters on the Bench podcast. Cuddy, Gab, what's crack-a-lacking, dog? Shout out to my sister, always being a fan. You know what? Today, first, I gotta wait till I confirm permission for me to start telling some stories. But you guys remember when me, James, Steph, and Priscilla, we used to get on here, we used to tell stories, and we used to act like damn fools. I miss that. And as the show has transitioned out of, me raging against the machine, and, obviously we're never going to stop promoting Black culture, Black products, Black businesses, Black people, Black. Bitch, I'm Black. I don't know the lyrics to that song. But anyway, even though that's never going to stop, I wanted to go back to the days of old where this shit used to be funny and more funny and then a little bit more funny. Some of what made this show great and funny was because there were stories that could be told about people. And listen, I know I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. And it's not that I'm not trying to be negative, but listen, this person has this coming, okay? We've talked about this skid mark having ass boy before on the show. And I'm going to tell you why I'm still kind of being a little bit disrespectful to him, because I know this type of stunts that he pulls. Listen. I'm talking about Steph's baby daddy. I don't think Steph has a problem with this because we've been on this show before, basically killing him because he's always doing some funny stuff. Now, I want to tell you what made me want to talk about this, because there are some things about life that I just feel very strongly about. And one of those things is making sure that you, as a father or parent in general, actually take care of your damn kids. You show them respect. You help them build and grow and become strong, functioning adults. If you are not on that type of stuff, then I'm going to clown you. I really don't feel bad clowning him because I've known Steph for about 7 years now, and these stories just keep getting better and better and better. Steph is in the chat. Welcome to the chat. Listen, Skids, I gotta go in on you today, fella, because I heard some shit about you that, listen, I already know you're kind of a bum. And I don't feel bad saying that, even though I said I was turning over a new leaf and I want to try to be more positive about people, all of these things. But yeah, we went straight to it. But I really take issue with men and women who maybe just don't do right by their kids. Now, you're probably saying, well, what about all these variables and extenuating circumstances? I understand that. But at the same time, you as an adult, you have the same 24 hours in a day that all the rest of us have to get better and improve yourself as a man or woman. And then if you have children, you should be taking that opportunity to make sure you are showcasing your growth and development so your kids can see it and then they can grow up and probably repeat the same steps. Now, if you also act like a BAN, what do you think your kids are going to turn into if that's the example that they're shown? Now, in this situation, these two wonderful, amazing boys have a great mother. So she's not letting them get out of hand and act like knuckleheads like that. But I just wish Buddy would do better. Now, we got to call him out because he's mad disrespectful. He treats my friend like shit. And also, I'm not cool with that. So he's being called out because I have a very strong loathing for shitty fathers. Now, I've talked about on this show many a time that I that I do not have a great relationship with my father. And I want to tell y'all something that I did. And this is why I want to help this young guy avoid these problems so he doesn't end up in the same position that my father did. Recently, a couple months back, and I don't know if I talked about this on the show because it wasn't really y'all's business. But recently I had sent my father a message, and I basically said to him, blase, blase, I don't F with you, blase, blase, next time you see me, we got to shoot the fade. Now, that's bad energy to put out there. And I have also recently, this was like 3-4 months ago, I've recently come back off of that, and I did reach out to him and let him know, although I was still frustrated, I didn't need to speak to you like that. And if I really told y'all what was said, you'd be like, oh my God, you said that to your own father? You goddamn right. Because the pain and hurt that I feel from how he was a shitty father in the young days, that stuff starts to come back for you later in life. Now, skids, I'm here to tell you, if you do wrong by your boys, do not be surprised if in 10, 15 years, they come knocking on your door ready to shoot the fade. This gentleman is probably going to be in that space because he doesn't know how to act right now. Imagine you have a father who I'm not laughing at the situation. I'm laughing because it's so stupid. I can't even believe another human is doing this to a child. Imagine you have a father and your father walks around telling people that you are his niece or nephew. That's crazy shit, right? You have a sibling by the same parent, and that parent claims you or claims your sibling, but not you. Now imagine you as a child, as you get older, when you start to understand that situation and actually see it for what it is, you're going to feel some type of way knowing that publicly somebody would not claim you, but also is the same type of person that runs around the entire state screaming family over everything. That confuses me. How can you be all about family when you treat your own family like shit? Explain that to me. Now, I'm also bringing this stuff up because this is a person who I don't know personally, but I know he has taken issue with me because he takes issue with all men that come around the mother of his children, regardless of what the capacity is. Because he's hella insecure. All men are insecure. Don't get it twisted. You are not talking or listening to somebody who is above admitting that he is insecure. There are plenty of things that I'm insecure about, but I have learned as I've gotten older to kind of keep that shit in check and also understand that there is no reason to just automatically become defensive and then accuse girls of doing things that they are not doing. And then trying to go back and tell them, oh, I really want to be with you and I love you. I want my family. No. You want to be able to maintain a position of control and you want to be able to break these people down and abuse them because that's the type of shit you like to do. Now, have you gone through trauma in your life? I'm sure you probably have. Have you suffered some losses and things like that? I'm sure you probably have. But have you also had the same 24 hours in a day to get yourself right? I'm sure you have. Now, again, not to throw stones at the glass house or call the, I'm not calling the kettle black, but it's one of these things where I can see, obviously I see how I like to reflect and I look at my missteps and I want to do everything I can to try to fix that or at least be mindful of them and work extra hard to always make sure you're, paying attention to the impact that you have on the people who are around you. It's unfortunate that a guy like this is still basically just forever growing as a grown ass teenager because all his behavior traits, it's like stuff of like a sophomore in high school, a nigga that doesn't know how to act or manage any of his emotions at any type of level. I also think he's crazy. Yeah, blames everyone, doesn't take accountability. Sounds like men. Sounds like niggas like me. Only difference is I'm not walking around like Buddy Well, skids. You know why we call them that. You can piece that together. But it's just crazy to me because we're having these conversations, and I never really thought about it from this perspective. When I think about the extra, it's not a burden, uh, but the extra type of slack that a mother has to pick up when the father is in such like, I'm trying to get better, y'all. When he's not doing what he is supposed to do, I don't think men understand the toll that takes on women because they're having to shoulder all of the load. Raising boys is not an easy thing. We also live in a day and time where resources are at an all-time high. The type of information that you can find on how to become a better parent is available to you at your fingertips. If niggas ain't taking advantage of this shit to try to get better, then it's just them not doing the right thing. Now, listen, I'm 34 years old. Maybe my parents have like this many excuses that they can use as far as why they fell short in regards to being a parent. But I still have to look at it like you as an adult, you had every opportunity to improve your mental health, to get better in the way in which you interacted with your kids. And then you also had the opportunity to change how you spoke to us. Now, here's some of the problem. I'm sure Buddy used to get treated like shit by adults that were in his life, and he has yet to comprehend that you can't walk around doing that. When you treat your kids like crap, you treat the mother of your children like crap, you're just crap, bro. You got to understand that. You're not cool. Anything that you do in regards to like talking to other girls and trying to convince them that you're a good father and all that, because you know that's what niggas do. Oh, she won't let me see my son. Because you know niggas be doing that. And the sad thing is those type of people be out here all day trying to impress people that have yet to be clued in on the fact that they're trash. He's taking anger management and parenting classes. 5 counselors. He just doesn't want to change. It's effort and attitude. The amount of effort you put into building yourself, or in this case, rebuilding yourself so you can be better for your family and for your kids, he lacks in that area. And that's sad. You want to know why? Because I'll tell you like this. I have realized recently that I may not be as prepared to be a father as I thought, because I still have some work to do on my mental state and my anger and all those types of things. But again, it's crazy to me that niggas will squander away the opportunity to be a father. And you got people like me, some of my friends, who are dying to have that chance. To be a part of a child's life, to help raise them and mold them and watch them grow up to strong, self-sufficient young adults. That's what you want to do. You want to be able to give back. You want to create legacy. Fam, you're missing out on your opportunity to create your legacy. You're still off doing things that you want to do and not realizing that you're still a representation of your family. The last thing you want is for your kids to grow up and be like, oh yeah, y'all are related to what's his name, right? Old bum ass Buddy. Like, I never want to be that. I would never want to be that. And the fact that Buddy's walking around like just not doing the right thing, that is just so crazy to me. And you've had an entire years, obviously, but this was the year where people were reconnecting and rebuilding with family. This was the year where you could have taken care of yourself, your mental health, did everything you could, tried to reconcile any type of differences that you had with people, and you could have put your best foot forward and made the effort to be a better father, and you're choosing not to. That type of shit is corny, man. And I'm saying that to all the fathers. Anybody who's listening to this or watching this show, send this to somebody who's a father who ain't doing right. Because I'll tell you, I have spent and spend a lot of nights being pissed off because my dad did not do the right thing. And I hate it now because since I realize it and I can see the missteps, it makes me crazy thinking about it. So you ask me, why did I send my father a message where I said, yo, fam, the next time I see you, I'm busting your fucking teeth out? That's because I was mad. Now, obviously, I've come back on that because we don't need that type of energy. Nothing gets resolved while we're in that space. And skids, I don't want that for you. I want for you to be in a position to where your kids will actually be proud of the man you have become, and you will have the opportunity to see and be proud of the men that they become. You are ruining that. Not anybody else, just you. People got to get it together, man. This shit is crazy. Oh, they in the chat going crazy. Steph said, nah, his children are pawns to him and to control his children's money. Yeah, that's facts. And you know what's crazy, man? I think all the years that I've known Steph, I've heard her on the phone. I've heard her in person talk about, to some degree, how debilitating this can be because he tries to create all these problems. And then you look at how strong she is, still plugging away, actually just taking the abuse that this person gives, and it's just basically like, nah, we're still leveling up. Full-time job, businesses, raising 2 boys, doing all of this while all still being treated like shit by some person. Daily. I don't know how you do it, Steph. I applaud you. I used to be mad when my parents first split up, and I remember me and Gabby getting in the U-Haul in Gulf Breeze, Florida, my mom turning it on, and us driving away from our father, knowing that that was probably going to be one of the last times we seen him. I was bugged out by that. Like, yo, why are we leaving? Why? Kids don't understand. You need to leave niggas like that. People who are toxic, who don't bring you joy, who just keep you down and are looking to just control you. Listen, fellas, women are, I don't know what y'all think. I don't care what the good book told you, but listen, women are not your fucking objects. They're not your fucking slaves. They're not none of that shit, my nigga. They're supposed to be your partner. They're supposed to be people that you build with. Now, I don't say this pretending to be a perfect man. Shit, I recently lost a girl because I have a shitty attitude. And there's a lot of stuff that needs to be worked on. But hopefully we know going forward, these are not the things that we want to continue to do. We don't want to be in these same patterns because it doesn't actually improve your life. Even if you think things are good, it's basically like you sweeping that shit under the rug. You got to get your shit fixed, man, and get off your ass, pull your head out of your ass and become a better father, man, friend, boyfriend, husband, brother, all of these things. You got to get better. Co-worker too. I mean, I don't know how your working relationships are, but I can't imagine that they're much better than the ones outside of that. Can't even go to the MF dentist without harassment. That's just so crazy to me, man. I don't understand why people get in relationships, right? They bang, shebang, bang, the whole thing. They end up having kids, and then they spend years of their life bickering over bullshit thing. Not bullshit. I don't mean like that. Obviously, taking your kids to the dentist is important, but you're basically pulling the petty out because you want to have a reason to be upset with the person you're co-parenting with. Why can't it be as simple as, oh, hey, did you book the appointment? Oh, yeah, got it. It's this day. Okay, bet. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that I'm there to support my fucking family. Why don't niggas do that? I got another friend, my friend Kimmy. Her ex-husband is the same way with their kids. They got a child who's like 16, 17, another one that's 13, 14, but he's still giving her problems every other week. Come on, man. You still on that bullshit every other week? It gets to the point where your own kids don't even like being around you because they see how you treat their mother. Fam, doing this show today was hella important because some of you niggas don't get it, man. Even my sister, I appreciate the man that she's with now. Shout out to my nigga Micah. And he has a great beard. And I hope that I get to call him a brother-in-law forever. But I'll tell you like this. My niece's father is a whole BAN. My nephew's father, a whole BAN. Don't y'all get tired of that? Don't you get tired of being a BAN? Why you don't want to fix or change that cycle? I don't understand that. But a lot of y'all just be out here going raw, creating and reproducing these children that you don't actually want to take care of. What's the point, man? What is the point? Let me get back to the chat. Okay. Now my sister and stuff are having a conversation. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, they talking about exes. Okay, bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. Steph goes, I asked him to watch his son so I could go to the dentist. And he said, no, because I'm lying. You know what's crazy? This is what he always does to Steph. He basically, anytime she has to make any type of move, she could be like, yo, I'm on the way to the ER. He'd be like, oh, I bet you're going to see some nigga, huh? You ain't even hurt. You ain't on no respirator. You probably on that nigga's dick right now. That's the way he treats her. So my thing is like this. You treat her like that. How are you expecting her to work with you amicably? You treat her like shit, bro. It's an abuse. You're not understanding. Men don't understand. I did not even understand the way that I came off and the way that I talk to people when I'm frustrated, even if I'm not mad at them or yelling at them. My nigga, it's an abuse. And y'all don't get that, man. It's abusive behavior. And it's pathetic. It's not getting you nowhere. This guy, man, he has a problem with everybody. And he's hella weak. These men that we're speaking of are hella weak. Oh, Gabby, you got to tell him no. I mean, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but Buddy don't get to talk to Maddox like that. You listen, Buddy, you in jail, buddy. Enjoy jail, okay? Enjoy jail. Stay in jail. Leave my nephew alone. Travis, leave my niece alone. I don't care if y'all look alike. I don't care if you got the same last name. None of that. Until you grow up and learn how to become a man and stop being shitty, leave my nieces and nephews alone. Skids, you leave your kids alone. You barely want these kids, bro. You don't want these wonderful kids. You only want them so you can try to keep tabs on your ex, bro. Years later, my nigga. Years. Why are niggas so corny? Gabby says, my best friend and I went on a 7-mile hike and he called me every 10 minutes because he thought I was sleeping with someone else. Well, you know what's crazy? I remember when I was young, I kind of used to be like that. I'm like, are you doing something? I don't think I was ever on no. And I could be wrong. If any of my shorties from back in the day watch this, if I was wilding like this, please let me know. And if I did, my apologies. I don't remember me ever being on some call you every 15 minutes and be like, what's up, bitch? What you doing? I know you with that nigga. Because who the fuck has time for that? I barely got my shit together. I can't be tracking you. I'm barely doing this. Come on. This shit crazy. And the sad thing is, this is the saddest part. In the same way we clown certain people for claiming that they're the superior race, men claim to be the superior gender, but look at all the missteps they take. Look at all the mistakes that get made. We walk around all day pretending that we are the shit. And it's good to be confident. It's good to understand what you can and can't do. But it's not good to pretend like you were this honorable and reliable and trustworthy man. But nigga, you won't even tell your own barber that the child's hair that he's cutting is your son's. You told your barber that child was your nephew. That's your son, bro. I don't understand it. Like, come on. Like, my nigga, you don't even want to tell your barber that you have a child. Why? Is your barber going to judge you if you have children? I would tell you this. If you have that type of fear, maybe you need to get a new barber. Don't fuck with somebody that's going to make you feel some type of way over the fact that you have kids. If you feel like you got to lie and hide that shit, like, think about how corny that is, bro. The chat's going crazy. I'm glad Steph is here. I'm glad Gabby's here. These are my people. Since Steph is here, I know she already seen it, but I want to make sure she knows. Listen, y'all. Y'all remember that night when I caused a big ruckus on the show and I snapped on her? I was wrong for that. You want to know why? Because that was a fucking abuse. You can't talk to people like that. And I don't blame her for wanting to walk away because you see those types of behaviors. No woman wants to see a man act like that constantly. She don't want to deal with that from Skids. She don't want to deal with that from a nigga that she was working with or even one of her friends. Nobody want to deal with that. My sister don't be dealing with that type of shit. My mom don't be dealing with that type of shit. Come on. These women don't need to put up with our bullshit, regardless of what we are to them. You can't just assume that, like, oh, because this is the mother of my children, I have a free pass to treat her bad. Or because that's my sister or that's my mother, that I can kind of act like this and it's not a big deal. No, it's a big deal. And if you don't get it right, life is going to kick your ass. And for old boy, I hope it kick his ass enough to where he clean his ass. Oh, skip mark having ass boy. Lord, I'm sorry. I know I'm trying to do right, and we shouldn't talk like that. But, you know, it is what it is, buddy. Anyway. Wait, Steph, buddy has 5 kids? You know what? Listen, since we in the business of calling people out right now, and Gabby can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like our father has 5 kids. The 2 of us Negroes and a couple of other people. And the crazy thing is, I remember, and I've told this story before. And Gabby, I don't know if you remember this, but when my sister was young, I know you remember. I'm talking about remember this being communicated to me. This is the story that I was told. Apparently, my mom had caught my sister, you know, experimenting. And from what I was told, she made my sister call my dad. And apparently that was when my dad decided to be like, oh yeah, you have other siblings. And that was when we found out that it wasn't just us. Now, my sister and my father are, you know, they're fairly close, you know, good terms, whatever. So he would give her a little bit more information than he would give me. I remember the first time I asked him about these other siblings, and tell me why buddy said, ain't none of your damn business, boy. Shut the fuck up. He literally told me to shut the fuck up. I'm like, hey, what? Is that serious, bro? What are you ashamed? You're ashamed of your own children? That's crazy to me. Why are you hiding kids? Why do niggas hide their kids? What do you mean, bro? I told you he has pending charges for using the kids to steal Gucci. Oh, nigga, what? My freaking mind is blown. Buddy has pending charges for using his kids to go steal Gucci and Louis items at the Bellevue Mall. And Steph literally has copies of the security tapes. Oh my God. This is crazy shit. Felony organized retail theft. You already trying to have your kids halfway in the system before their life actually begins because you're on that dumb shit. That's unreal, bro. But anyway, me and my sister, we have always kind of like inquired about these kids. And I will say this, to my dad's credit, I think he softened up on it years later because I remember bringing it to him again. And he did start to tell me, he told me one of the names of my older brother. And his name is Adrian. And I think he lives in Thomasville, Alabama, or maybe that's in Georgia, somewhere in the South. As far as any details on how to contact him, my father's playing that close to the vest. But I also feel like maybe he doesn't know. You want to know why? Because I've heard that the mother of Adrian refuses to give my father the information to contact his own kid. People think you're so shitty, they don't even want to help you connect with people you're related to, bro. Do y'all really like being in that space? Did I tell y'all when I sent my dad that original message? He has his read receipts on. He just read it. And that was okay. And even the one I sent him the other day where I was like, look, bro, I'm grown enough to admit that I fooled up when I was talking to you because I should still show you some respect, even if I want to knock your teeth out. I should still show you respect because I like to think of myself as a respectable guy until I get mad and then all bets are off. But He left me on red. And that's cool because that's your choice. I said my piece. I let you know. If you want to reach out to me, we can have a chat. Things like this will be addressed when we speak, my guy. But I will be cool. And I'm not going to bust you up unless you get too close and you're on that funny stuff like when we were 16. Again, people, my own father tried to hit me with a golf club when I was 16. So, like I said, when you act shitty, kids remember this stuff. I remember him calling me stupid all the time and wanting to try to fuck me up with the golf club and doing all that type of crazy shit. And then also not actually being there when it came time to show support, offer comfort, teach me how to actually become a man. But I see why he didn't, because you couldn't. You're not capable, bruh. But you still had every opportunity to go seek resources, help, anything. You could have just gone to the library and checked out a book. It ain't like people haven't been writing since the night before the dawn of time. Come on, bro. Some of y'all just got to do better. Matter of fact, I got a baby book up there that somebody donated to me. Not donated. It was given to me years ago. That's another story for another day. But I received that because there was, and you know what I did? I didn't read it. You don't want to know why? Because I'm shitty. And I was shitty. And at that time, 5 years ago, I didn't understand that you still have to put in effort. Stop just assuming that because you're a man, you have all the answers. We don't know a lot of things, especially when it comes to nurturing children, how to take care of and protect our women. Some of men do have that understanding. There are a lot of great men out there. Not every man is shitty. That's not what I'm saying. A lot of men really have it together. Again, shout out to my man Micah. I mean, I know even Mark and I were having a conversation yesterday. She's talking about her parents. She's talking about how wonderful her dad is and how he supports her mother, even through trying times, things like that. Been married for the longest. You talking about what, 30 plus? Easy. High school sweethearts, all that. That type of shit is possible. And even if it ain't, you can still have a good functioning relationship with the person you are raising kids with. You can still set that example. You don't have to even be in the same house to do it. One thing I always respected my mother for was that she never bashed our father in front of us. Probably should have, if I'm being completely honest. My aunts and my uncles, they would try to throw shots. Some of the reason why I kind of fell off and fell out with them is because I did feel like sometimes they were being mad disrespectful. But you know who actually looks stupid? It's me for holding that grudge against them while I was a kid, because I was defending you and telling people that there was no way that you could be a bad person, even though your involvement with me was this fucking much. You see how I'm squinting, Pop? There you go. It's that small. You grow up, you start thinking about all the ruckus and fights and problems that me as a child caused, trying to protect my father from people speaking the truth about him, because kids don't know. Unfortunately, I'm willing to bet that all of the kids we've been talking about tonight, based on their age, because I know Steph's oldest son is the same age as my nephew, a year younger. I know that they're still at that age where they are very impressionable. And all their dad has to do is do one cool thing. And they're like, no, that's my dad. He's so awesome. No, I'm sorry, young man, but he's not. He's not awesome at all. And you can see that by the way that he treats your mother, the way that he treats you, the situations that he puts you in. All for what? For his own entertainment. Because if he really cared about you, he would do everything he could to not put himself in situations to where he could be taken away from you or put you in danger or put himself in danger. None of that shit makes sense. And his kids will grow up being under the impression that they love him. You want to know why? Because their mothers are going to still show that sorry ass man respect in the moment and probably not tell their kids how shitty he actually is, because they want to protect him, because they're actually doing their fucking job. And that's sad because you got to think about the pain and hurt that they feel, knowing that they actually are lying to their kids on a daily basis. Lying. You have to lie until they get old enough and have that type of capacity where you can have that conversation with them. Unfortunately, my mom couldn't have it with me until I was in my 20s because I still was like, yo, why doesn't Pop want me? I'm here, I'm present, I try. What's the problem? Why doesn't he want me? Even my grandmother couldn't tell me. She doesn't know why her son is fucked in the head. Nobody knows. Oh yeah, see, Zay is smart. I like that. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're able to tell me I'm wrong in the moment, Steph. I'm glad that Zay sees it for what it is, because I, at his age, did not understand. I really thought my dad was still a superhero. Nah, he not cut from that cloth. He not even cut from a cloth. He cut from a napkin, my nigga. No, I can't say that because that's shade and disrespect to my grandfather and my grandmother, two amazing people. R.I.P. Hugh Sr. I love you. I miss you. Grandpa, can you tell me what's wrong with your son? Please slap him somehow. I don't know. From the top to the bottom. Do something, please. This shit crazy, man. This whole show was just me ranting and raving because I don't understand why men can't do the right thing by their kids. It will always baffle me how you guys can have these opportunities and you'll squander them away. And as somebody who hopes to be a father one day, who really looks forward to that, knowing that that will be the best day of my life, the day I get to hold my own child, that will be the best day of my life. And I've been counting on that ever since I was a kid because I saw how my father treated me and I never, ever wanted a kid to be treated like that. Some of y'all are really missing out. And your kids have the opportunity to be so great. And you have the opportunity to be a great parent. But every day that you choose something else, you are actively choosing to not give a fuck about what happens to them in the future. It's pathetic. Oh, no need to be sorry. We're going to break that cycle. And yeah, you're right. We're going to heal. And then when I get my opportunity, it's going to be lit. It's going to be like a damn amusement park in my house, except it can't be loud. Music has to be turned down by 8:30 p.m. And if they eat my snacks, we're going to have beef because I'm not playing about that. Because I really like snacks. And I know kids like snacks too because you know how they be acting when they hear that wrapper open and all of a sudden they pop up? Nope, I don't think so. But you know what? I already know I'm going to be weak. I'm always going to split my snacks. Oh, here you go, Cuddy. Have some snacks. Matter of fact, take it all. I want you to have it all because you deserve the world. That's how you should act. You see how my face lit up when I said that? Because those are the things that I look forward to in life. That's why I stay my ass at home and don't get in trouble anymore like a freaking psycho. Because I don't want to lose out on the opportunity to own a home, build a life, have a family, watch my kids grow up and graduate, and then become a grandfather. How do you do that if you're facing charges for stealing Gucci belts at the fucking Bellevue Mall? You can't do that. And really, nigga, you need a Gucci belt? Clean your drawers first, boy. Don't worry about Gucci belt. You're not cut from that cloth. You are cut from the napkin, boy. The same shit my father's cut from. You napkin ass niggas, I'm telling you, bro. Oh my God. All right, we are 38 minutes deep. I'm in here ranting and raving. Steph and Gabby are in the chat. I appreciate y'all being so vulnerable, being candid, expressing yourselves, talking about your history, and, you know, even connecting on this stuff, man. I mean, you ladies are not alone. I know that you know that. I know that you know that. But I hope you realize that there are people who are literally going through this every single day. And I look at people like my sister, even my mother and Steph, other people that I know who are able to get away from these people as much as they can and continue to help their kids grow, be successful, and live good lives. That's what it's about, man. But buddy, if you didn't want the responsibility, should have wrapped up, or your pullout game should have been better. I don't know which one it is. Or maybe just go get a vasectomy. You probably need to get a vasectomy, all right? And don't do like Michael Scott and, snip, snap and reverse it back and then get it again and then reverse. Don't do no bullshit like that. Get it and be done forever. And then while you're at it, get them to like sew your mouth shut or something. And then buy yourself a fresh pack of drawers, you skid mark having ass boy. Listen, God, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do right. I just keep forgetting. Anyway, Steph, I love you. It's all love. I just had to kind of share pieces of your story today because, I was already feeling some type of way in regards to how parents treat their kids. Because, listen, I work with a gang of kids that I feel like some of their parents aren't doing right by them. And that's not cool. Take care of them. They're so great. They have a lot of potential, a lot of things to offer the world. And you're missing out on the opportunity to help them get to that place. Just be better. And you don't have a fucking excuse because all you got to do is go to Google, type in how to be a better parent. I don't know. That's just a starting place. I'm sure there are people who can recommend you books. They can recommend you videos. Listen, skids, if you can't read, we can get you an audio book because they have those now. MF will read it to you. All you got to do is listen. Maybe take some notes. Well, no, if you can't read, you probably can't write either. Yeah, I know, Steph, I know. I miss the days when we would tell stories. Some of the stuff, I'm cracking up now. And y'all know Steph is mafia, right? Y'all know that, right? Don't play. Don't play. And then my sister was basically a gangster. Shit, did time for knocking Buddy eye out. I'm telling you, don't play. I know some people that will go get it. I mean, Steph was telling me today she tried to pull up on old boy, threw the hoodie on, black leggings, had the ski mask. I don't know if that last part was in there, but I just imagine that she rolled it up and pulled up. Hey, she was ready to bop, bop, bop. And you know what I said to her? I said, Steph, don't do that. Be careful. Bring backup. She said, nah, been there, done that. Like already beat his ass before. This ain't nothing new. So she knows if she has to put him in his place, it can be done. Italian mafia style. I like it. All right, y'all. We're 42 minutes deep. She said, oh no, he has complete his homework for his classes. I don't understand how you keep getting girls. Girls really be falling for this shit? Some of y'all got to do your homework and maybe just get some background checks on some of these niggas. I feel like if I was a female and I was getting involved with somebody who had kids but didn't seem to have their kids a lot, I would probably be like, buddy, what's good? And if they were a bad father, one red flag would be enough for me. Because why you want to invest your time in somebody who does not care about children that they are actually related to? They love them and give them all their money. Damn. But he still hasn't understood the concept of a washer and dryer and clean drawers. I don't understand it. Can they at least teach him some fucking home economics or something? Teach him how to take care of him? Do I need to go raise him? Shit. This boy can't take care of himself. He got other people doing it. And it happens, but you got to break the cycle, bro. I have no clue. Maybe because they're his nephews. It's not funny, but it's funny. Like, of all the people you're going to lie to, you're lying to your barber. And maybe they have a close relationship. When I think of like barber, that's somebody you see like every couple of weeks. Why do you have to even lie to somebody who you only have in that capacity? Why would you lie to them about your children? I feel like the people that cut my hair, if I had kids, I would tell James and I would tell Jameer, and I hope that they would be excited for me because we're all homies and they fuck with me and I fuck with them. Why would I be embarrassed to tell somebody that I have kids? It makes no sense. And what do you gain by saying that it's not your kid and your nephew? You still want them to be family, but like not directly related, like but still related? I don't understand that. It just doesn't make any sense. All right, y'all. Well, this was the first of the 5-day-a-week stretch. We're going to be here Monday through Friday. The Memecle Jackson Show and the Starters on the Bench podcast are merging. And this is it. I'm out of here. Oh, hold on. Somebody's in the chat. Gabby said, yo, you guys are a hot mess. And then, and the barber knows me because that's right. Steph is out here running up on people. Listen, you better put some respect on her kids' names. All right. Shout out to the youngsters. Hey, y'all give the kids best wishes from your boy, Meemkle Jackson, a.k.a. Uncle Nick. Let them know if they don't have their fathers, they can lean on me. I got y'all, man. Let's play some Xbox, take them to get candy, and then teach them how to throw water balloons at people. That's the type of stuff that Uncle Nick is here to do, all right? Anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. It's been real. Have a good night. Lunchtime TV will be back tomorrow. Gabby said, I spent the night in jail. What did I say? My dad was choking me while on the bed. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what it was. Hold on, not yet. Before we go, let me clarify. Gabby and this dude, they're arguing while holding my nephew. And Buddy decided he made the wrong decision. He put his hands on my sister. Now, listen, I told y'all how she tried to cut me up with the knife. That was in the young days. Do you think she's not on that same type of shit, if not worse, in the older days? So, of course, he doesn't understand. He does not understand. Tried my sister, and then she hit him with a bop bop, and then just busted his eye. And then, you know what's crazy? I ain't trying to put all of Gabby's business out there, but it was funny to get a call and be like, yo, I'm in here till Monday. I'm not laughing at you, Gab, but that was just funny because I was never expecting you to call me and tell me that you were, halfway doing time. And like I said, Steph and Gabby are cut from the same cloth, an actual cloth, the type of cloth that can get your eye knocked out. But anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow, man. Lunchtime TV, I'm out.